G'day, Tiny here from Off Tap Brewing. How are you guys going tonight? Just sitting back having a few leisurely gin and tonics, homemade. I made them at my home. Now, been talking to a few guys on Uvu and all that sort of stuff, and I've mentioned to those guys how I came about most of my toys. Now I'm pretty sure that I haven't done a video on this yet. I don't know. Anyhow, here's another video on it, if I have. When I started home brewing, I obviously got straight into, kit and kilo and bottling. I did that over and over and over and over, and realised that I needed to step up to kegging pretty quickly because bottling sort of sucks ass. I don't do batches that require a long period of sitting and waiting, so I don't see the need to bottle. And so I moved pretty quickly into kegging, and I think my first keg kit cost me about, $350, $400. That was right, I got it on sale, so that was pretty good. But then when I needed more kegs and more fridges and all this sort of stuff, I actually approached a guy who brought kegs into here, by the container load. I bought a shitload off him, thousands of dollars worth. Outlaid a couple of $1,000 and bought some crappy kegs. Kegs with the plastic handles coming off and the bottoms coming off, and I was allowed to go through his really cheap range, like the really, really crappy range of kegs, and I spent a fair bit of money on doing that, and bought some O-rings and seals and stuff, and some sticker flex. And I was able to clean all the kegs up with my gurney, and just put the hard work into fixing those kegs up and making them usable, making them sellable. I then put a couple of ads on eBay, run them for 10 days or whatever. I think I put 4 on, so like nearly a month I ran an ad. And I got a huge response. When people came around and saw the kegs and saw that I would test them in front of them and actually teach them how to test them properly, not at like carbonating pressure, test them at the pressure where you should test them. People were impressed, and 9 times out of 10 they came around to buy 1 and would walk away with 3. And I was almost doubling the money on these kegs. So that's how I got a lot of toys out of doing this. Just basically seeing a market and approaching that market with a bit of common sense and a bit of hard work. It allowed me to buy and sell and make money and pay myself back and put some money away and buy what I needed. Also with fridges, I used to buy fridges and do fridges up, fix them up, sell them. I've bought a lot of fridges in my time. I've got one house fridge and one house freezer, but I've also got 1, 2, 3, 4 fermentation fridges out the back, plus a freezer with hops in it, an upright freezer. Plus I got my dispensing kegerator holds 3 kegs, 2 taps, and I've got a 1,000-litre stainless steel fridge out the back, which I've decommissioned and put out the back. It needs a lot of work. All the compressor and everything works in it, and I picked it up quite cheap, $118. It just needs a couple of the seals all fixed up, and it needs a couple of hinges on one door, and that fridge would work perfectly for a fridge, for an industrial fridge. So I sort of just saw a couple of niche markets where I could sell my product, make my money, but sell them cheaper than other people were selling them for, and actually do a better job than other people were doing. So if you guys out there are thinking about, how do I, kegging and all this stuff is an expensive way to go, well, use your brewing knowledge and your local suppliers and things, and have a look around at the markets and what's available and how much that you can sell that product for, and perhaps buy your toys that way. Put a bit of time and effort into growing your brewing equipment via just a little bit of hard work. Now, I don't really like having to gurney out all those kegs and clean them and go through and stick everything down and test them and all that. It took a long time to do, but I basically donated my own time to myself, and I'm sitting on, I've got, I think, between 12 or 15 kegs, like, just sitting around the house. About 5 in my shed, in my back shed, plus I've got 4 or 5 out here, plus the 6 in there that I'm using and not using and just transferring around. I've still got enough kegs to piss around with, but they were the best of the lot. Some need sticking down, some need the plastic sticking down, all that sort of stuff. But they were free, so I'm very happy with that. So yeah, just if you want the toys, look at what you can do for your brewing. Look at what sort of hard work you can outlay to swap for your brewing. If there's a market there, go for it. If you can get onto some cheap kegs, or I've got a mate actually, Mr. Oopsie Daisy, he'll know who he is when he watches this video. Adam, how are you? He has bought a lot of stuff for his brewing. He doesn't brew as like all grain or anything, but he does his own stuff. He drinks beer. He drinks homebrew beer. And a bit of mate of mine for quite a lot of years. But he has bought a lot of things on eBay. And he goes, he always messages me and says, do you think this is a good buy? And I said, well, man, you're buying this for $80 and 90% of it you don't need because you've already got it. Well, he turns around and puts that stuff back on eBay and I've seen him make, take the items out of the eBay auction that he wanted and put the rest back on eBay and more than double his money. So that's another option if you guys out there want to outlay the money. If you're after a bottle capper and someone's selling a bottle capper plus fermenters plus this plus that plus this, buy all that and then sell off what you don't need. You may make all your money back plus more. You don't know. You got to look at the market. He's been lucky. He's bought a lot and sold a lot and made a bit of money on it. He's a bastard like that. But that's another way if you considering it. It's another way to look at doing it. eBay, or you guys over in the States use Craigslist. So use that to your advantage. Have a look, see what's available. I mean, if you've got a couple of spare taps and fittings and stuff, and you can buy a fridge for $100 and then on-sell a keg fridge. You drill a couple of holes, mount your taps, sell the fittings, on-sell a keg fridge for $200. Well, that's it's making money. It's making brewing money. So yeah, if you want the toys, do the hard work. Find your market. Find what's going to make you money. Take the risk. I have. People I know. Oh, sorry. People I know have. Risk taking. It's a beautiful thing. All right. I'll wrap this up. It's getting a bit long. I'm getting a bit drunk. So remember, beer makes you smarter. And Adam, shout outs for you, brother.